I'm Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest YouTube video. Before I start journaling, I just wanted to pop on quickly and wish you a really happy new year. I do hope this year brings you everything you're hoping for. Well, in today's video, it's something a little bit different because I'm collaborating with a really lovely lady called Trish, and we're going to be working off some of the same prompts in our journaling video. Now, Trish runs a YouTube channel called Tie-Dye Diva, and she shares some journaling on there. I know she's hoping to share some more this year, but she also runs a podcast series on there called The Best Day Ever Crafting, and it's just wonderful. I often put it on if I want just some joy and relaxation and to see some of Trish's lovely makes. So I'm definitely going to leave a link to her channel down below. It's just one of my favourites to listen to. She's just so warm and wonderful. So yeah, I'm delighted to be doing this collaboration with Trish. So we will both be using the same prompts and just doing some journaling in our normal relaxed style. I've also got some of Trish's stickers which I'm going to be using as well from her shop, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. So I hope you relax, enjoy it, get out your own journals and come and join us. The notebook that I'm going to be working in for this video is a flex book, and it came from Colt Pens, and this is the journal that I use really for lots of my creative journaling, often for working on prompts. I find it's the first time I've used a flex book, but I'm getting on just so well with it. And the prompts that Trish and myself are going to be working on are going to be collage, floral and habits I'm working on. Each month on Patreon I release these journal prompts, which is always a combination of written and creative prompts, really just to act as a springboard for your journals. And Trish has a sticker shop, and she really kindly sent me some digital versions of her stickers. I've since realised that I probably should have printed these at A5, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to use them as they are. And I'll leave a link to Trish's shop down below as well. But I looked at some of the designs in here and they're so beautiful, and I think they're going to be perfect for what I'm looking for my collage. These elements are gorgeous, and I absolutely love this backing paper and the girls and the quotes, so I'm definitely going to be using some of those. I'm thinking I might actually start off with this as a backing paper along all of that side and then add some collaged elements on top. So I've got that first layer glued on my page, and I used some Pritt stick to stick that down. And I'm going to run a strip of washi tape along the edge there, just because the edge of that paper is going right into that kind of centre dip, and I want to make sure that it's not going to lift up. I'll just trim those edges off. I did realise I actually missed out a page by accident in my journal, but I'll come back and fill those in at a later date. I really want to use at least one of these other lovely elements too, but I want it to stand out, so I'm going to add some scraps of more neutral papers on here. I definitely want to still be able to see lots of it. So I'm just going to tear some of these up so that I've got kind of something for the other floral element to stand on top of. When I'm collaging, I try not to overthink it too much. I just enjoy playing around with the different papers and just slowly layering things up. And I always keep an eye out for old book pages, paper bags, which is the one I'm gluing down now, and I regularly coffee dye some just normal printer paper so that I've got that ready to use in my collages too. Before I add the floral element on top, I'm going to add a little bit of stenciling. So I'm going to use my Leafy Trails stencil from my new collection. And I'm going to use some Tim Holtz Distress ink in Vintage Photo and use an ink blending tool. I'm going to pop that perhaps just diagonally across some of those neutral papers. I'm not worried about it all coming out, it's just having some extra little elements there that will hopefully be popping out around the side of the floral image when I add that. I'm now going to choose the element that I want to use on top. They're all so beautiful actually. I think I'm going to go for this one. And before I glue that down, I'm going to use some of this distress ink around the outside of this as well. And I think that will look really nice there. I've got some of that leaf stenciling still coming around the outside. But this should now stand out really nicely because you've got those book pages behind it. Collaging is just one of my favourite things to do in my journals. I do it a lot in this journal and in my junk journal. I find it really relaxing. Okay, so I've definitely now covered the quotes floral and collage. So I'm going to start thinking about habits that I'm working on. I really wanted to use one of the quotes and one of the girls from in here too. So I'm going to have a quick look at those. I really like how those two are looking there. I really like all those quotes. In fact, I think I'm going to print them out again at A5 size so I can cut them all up and pop them in my little quotes tub ready to use whenever I get my journals out. I'm now going to add the date of this journal entry, and for this I'm using a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen in a brown colour. And I also just decided to letter in habits here so that I've got that kind of quick reminder on the page of what this journal entry is about. And I've got a few different habits that I really want to focus on this year. The main ones for me are my health and well-being. I signed up to a fitness app in December because it was on a Black Friday deal. I actually did 15 workouts during December, which I was really proud of, especially with how busy things were. And I'm aiming to do 5 of them a week and really work on my healthy eating. But part of it for me is keeping that momentum going. So that's what I'm going to journal about here. And for that, I'm going to be using my fountain pen from Stanford Pen Studio. That is my journal pages now all complete. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing how I've created the collage on my journal page, but then still left myself plenty of space for writing. So I've reflected on the fact that I want to make my health, fitness and well-being my biggest priority for this year. So I've got to make sure that I've got lots of healthy habits in place that will hopefully help me with this. And I've reflected a little bit on why I really want that for myself and hopefully how I can continue when that initial period of motivation and excitement goes. So I really hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you to create some pages in your own journals. And do please go and have a look at Trish's YouTube channel. It's just such a joy. That link will be left down below. As always, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's come over to support me on Patreon. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're doing really well. I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.